Hello everyone, and welcome to the MJC Scholarship Application page. This tutorial will go over the basic information of who is eligible to apply, where to find the application, getting started, an explanation of each module of the application, what we look for when scoring a student, and what happens after you complete and submit the application. Who is eligible to apply? You must have a cumulative grade point average of 2.5 or higher by the end of the fall semester. Some scholarships will require a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. You must have completed at least 12 units by the end of the fall semester. Example, if you took 7 units in spring, 4 in summer, and are enrolled in 5 in fall, you will meet the 12-unit requirement. Current high school seniors who will be new incoming freshmen in fall will be exempt from the 12-unit requirement. You must have selected a major. Please note, information shared in your application is confidential. All committee members and donors with access to read your application have signed or will sign a confidentiality agreement that details FERPA and confidentiality laws. Scholarship information and the link to apply can be found by going to mjc.edu and typing MJC Scholarships in the search bar. After reading all instructions, you will find the link to access the MJC Award Spring application towards the bottom of the MJC Scholarships page, below the checklist section. Click the blue button that says Apply to Scholarships Now. You will log in using your college credentials. The first page of the application is fairly straightforward. However, it is surprising how many students rush to the easy sections and make errors right off the bat, transposing ID numbers, college email addresses, phone numbers, and so on. Make sure to take it slow and avoid making simple mistakes. The second section, Important Academic Information. This is where you select a major. If you can't find your major, please choose Other in the drop-down. You will need to state your cumulative GPA, but must wait until after fall grades have been posted. In this section, you will need to choose the school where your major resides. If you are not sure, you can always give a call to the scholarship office or ask your counselor. You will be required to scan and upload as a PDF a copy of your academic transcript after fall grades have been posted. Again, this document must be in PDF format. Take the time to make sure this document is clear, not sideways or upside down. The third section, Qualification Questions. This section of radio button questions will help match you to the specific scholarships you may qualify for. Some scholarships are major specific. However, some require other criteria to be met before allowing your name into the pool of students competing for the same scholarship. Again, you don't apply for the scholarships. The program will do that for you. Attention to detail and the information you select is important. The fourth section, Essay questions. The first box you come to on this page is where you will write your essay. The other boxes are for follow-up questions. For the essay, you can write up to 1,000 words. We do not have a word minimum. If you can write your essay in 623 words, terrific. If you need 842 words, that's fine as well. What we're looking for is the quality and the information we receive from your application. But there is a maximum of 1,000 words. One of the most important components of the application is the essay. This section is where we find out a little bit about you, your major, why you selected this major, your passion for it, and where you see yourself going with it in the future. Please make sure to begin with an introduction paragraph, 2 to 3 supporting paragraphs, and a conclusion. When writing your essay, it's important to stay on track and focused on your major, your passion for it, and your plans for the future. It is strongly recommended that you take the time to review for spelling and grammar errors. It is recommended that you write your essay in Office Word and copy it and paste it into the module of the application. If you get a message asking if it can be auto-corrected by the AwardSpring system, please respond with yes. We sometimes have students who struggle writing about their major. If you find that you cannot write about your major, why you selected this major, your passion for it, and where you see yourself going with it in the future, then stop and give your major a little more thought. Go see a counselor if you need to. Don't be too hard on yourself if this is the case and you change your mind about your direction and your future. The fifth section, recommendations. Students are required to have 2 complete recommendations from the following sources: an instructor, school official, counselor, or employer. Only use an employer if the employment can be connected to your major. At least 1 recommendation needs to be from an instructor. No friends, no family, no coworkers, no mentors. Never send a request for a recommendation without asking the person ahead of time. Recommendations are done online through your AwardSpring application and must be in a complete status by the January 31st deadline. It is a responsibility of the student to make sure both recommendations are in a complete status and no longer pending. If you see that you have a recommendation or 2 that is still in pending status, please remember to reach out to the person and remind them of the due date and ask them to please complete the recommendation. If you would like the scholarship office to reach out on your behalf, please feel free to give us a call. Keep in mind that until the application closes on the January 31st deadline, you can still access it here to make changes and to check the status of your recommendations. Sixth and final section, optional file uploads. This is a free space of the application where you share things about yourself, your interests, your family, and your talents. A few ideas to share: things like artwork, writing, short stories, poetry, certificates, photographs of you, photographs you have of you and your family, maybe photographs you have taken. Remember, the scholarship committee and donors do not know you, so the more you can share about yourself, the better. The application will shut down at midnight the evening of the deadline, January 31st, and will no longer be accessible to students. It is at that time the scholarship committee, donors, and departments will begin scoring, reviewing, and selecting winners. This is not a quick process. It takes a lot of time and effort to read through each application and make the final selections. Students will be notified late spring, early summer as to whether or not they have been selected to receive a scholarship. If you have questions regarding the scholarship application and process, please feel free to reach out to the scholarship office. Thank you, and best of luck to all of you.